All right, I cannot believe I'm saying this, Pops, but Toyota customers, they are leaving the brand in favor of Mazda and Buick. Okay, here's a moment. It's a moment in time. I don't know if it's going to last forever, folks, but Buick sales are up like crazy, and so are Mazda's. And here's the deal.
Yes.
Customers can actually show up at those dealerships and buy the dang on things and get discounts on them as well. We have some new data from Kelley Blue Book showing brand consideration, and that shows Toyota slipping. We also have sales data that shows Toyota slipping, and those are the two other automakers who are really catching up. Can you believe that we're saying this?
Well, I'm shocked with Buick, but I can believe it with Mazda. Mazda has always been almost like a sleeping giant amongst the Japanese brands that we have here in the United States. And they have made a concerted effort to become a bigger player in the United States. And they have, over the course of time, created some great vehicles that offer tremendous value. They're trying to seize on their opportunity to cut into Toyota's substantial lead as far as market share.
So magnitudes of scale here. So Mazda's sales in 2022 were up over 40% compared to 2021. So Mazda sales have been on a tear. Buick sales in the first quarter of 2023 are up 100%. Now, magnitudes of scale there, it's still less than 40,000 vehicles being sold. But the reason I'm going to continue to bring Buick into the fold, and maybe it's not a direct competitor to Toyota, like people aren't cross-shopping the two, but if you're looking at certain Chevy products and things like that, the KBB research data in the luxury segment says that the most considered luxury SUV is actually a Buick, Dad. The Buick Enclave, and the Encore is number 5 on that list. So if you are out there, and think about price points too here, folks, you can get 5, 6, 7% off on the Buick and up to 8%, maybe even 9% off of MSRP on the Mazda. If you're out there cross-shopping a Toyota RAV4 that you can't even get your fingers on at MSRP, is that the reason why we are seeing these brands capture more market share, capture more attention? I think so.
Well, absolutely it is. And you know, we have a personal anecdote that we can share. Your sister and her husband, what they needed to get a new vehicle back in January. And what they wanted, their first choice, was a Toyota RAV4. And there were none. I mean, they just dealerships don't have any inventory on Toyota RAV4s. So I suggested they consider some other brands, Honda and Mazda. And ultimately, they ended up with a Mazda CX-5 for 2 reasons. First, it was available. And second, it was $5,000 less than the comparable RAV4. And auto sales is similar to sports in the sense that the best ability that an athlete has or that a brand of cars has is availability. Okay? If you're available, or if your product that you're selling is available, you can actually sell it. And Mazda and to a larger degree, Buick have availability. They have day supply of inventory, so you can go into a dealership, find the vehicle you want, and drive the damn thing home.
All right, Dad, you can sell your car on CarEdge. What's the deal?
The deal is you just plug in your VIN number, and we'll get you offers from local dealers in minutes.
Seconds. CarEdge.com/sell.
Okay.
Let's use California as an example. This data is back at CarEdge.com/guides. We've got the days supply of inventory in California for Toyota at the time of filming this, 39 days across all their makes and models. Mazda in the same exact state is at 62, and Buick is up over 100. We move our way to Texas. Toyota's at 43 days supply. Mazda is sitting there at 68 days. Buick again over 100. Florida. 38 days supply of Toyotas, again over at Mazda, we're at 68, and Buick a little lower in the state of Florida, but still significantly higher. And so you no wonder folks are walking away from some of these trusted brands that they have wanted for so long. They simply can't find them. And I think, Dad, this is ultimately going to put more and more pressure on Toyota, who has said Jack Hollis came out last year and said they expect average transaction prices on new cars over $50,000. You've got to think them losing market share, and they also face pressure from Tesla on the EV side. They're going to have to wake up here. They're going to have to, and even Honda, remember Honda for a period of time there took away their entry-level trim options and then brought it back. Like Toyota needs, if Toyota falls asleep at the wheel here, no pun intended, they could be in for a bumpy ride over the next decade or so because consumers want that product, but they just can't get their hands on it, and they're making other purchasing decisions.
It boils down to, for a society that is typically based on instant gratification, that's the American society. I want it, and I want it now. And if I can't have it now, I'm not waiting for it. And so it becomes for Toyota, how long will somebody agree to wait to be able to get the Toyota that they want before they suddenly say, you know, there's other vehicles out there that are probably almost as good, considerably less, and I don't know, I could have it today. So until,
and in the color I want, and with the options I want, not making sacrifices. Yeah,
exactly. So until Toyota decides to carry the same type of inventory levels in this country that they had in the past, where they actually had availability, until they do that, they're going to continue to lose market share that they've spent, I don't know, the past 40, 50 years clamoring for, working really hard to grab that market share. They're about to give it up because they just don't, for whatever reason, they are not sending enough vehicles to this country to cover the demand that there is here. So,
yeah, this could go down as a pivotal point in time for Toyota, the inflection point where they went up market and it backfired. Mazda has also said they're going up market, but their market share continues to grow and their price points are still more attainable. So this will be interesting to keep our eyes on, because the pressure is certainly on Toyota to reverse course, produce more vehicles, more affordable vehicles. And it's not only consumers, though. I mean, the dealers want it too. Like, they want to sell more cars. So you've got to imagine Toyota on the corporate side will wake up here, start producing these things. But who knows? Maybe they won't.
Dealers love vehicles in operation. The number of vehicles that are sold that can ultimately come back for service. Well, the only way you would increase your vehicles in operation is you continue to sell new cars. Well, you have to have inventory to do that. You don't have inventory, somebody else's vehicles in operation is going to grow. It won't be yours.